Hello, everyone. My name is Andres Munoz, and I'm here with my colleague Miguel Urrutia.
Hi everyone.
And today we're going to show you the tech tip for the month of June. The tech tip around this month is going to be around captioning. So it's kind of a follow-up on our last tech tip, which was around editing in Premiere Pro. And another tool you can use in Premiere Pro is captioning. And so to make sure your content is accessible, captions are a great way to do that. So we're going to show you how to add captions to your videos and then how to also export them and then put them on YouTube as well, so they have captions on YouTube. And so Miguel's going to start us off with, first of all, how to upload the captions. So Miguel, I'll hand it over to you.
Hi everyone. So I'll be working on the captions, just how to upload to Kaltura. So a lot of us will get the Zoom file from our recording. So we're gonna go into a website called streaming.cp.edu. To get access to this website, you would need to ask your manager to contact Trevor Henderson, and he'll give you a license to upload your media here. So what this application, a web application does is that it auto generates captions for us that we could go and edit for our video contents, and also export those captions to our YouTube. So from here, we're going to go and click on media upload. Once you signed in, just want to click add new media upload, and then simply just drag and drop your Zoom file. So in this case, your Zoom_0. Just go ahead and drop it. And then they'll do upload process, and this takes a little bit of while, but we're gonna go ahead and skip that since you already have that file uploaded. You're gonna go ahead and save, and then there should be another option here on the side that says go to media. So once you click on that, it'll take you to your files. In this case, your upload. And so we'll look at something very similar to this. So it will give you the page and the video that's been processed and uploaded. And then from there, after a few minutes, you want to come back and I'll show you transcriptions. Once you see this, you're able to download the captions for it. So you want to go into Actions. This is to get the captions, because as you can see, there's no way to download them from here. So you want to go Actions here, go Edit. And under these tabs, you want to go to Captions, which is this file right here. And from there, as you know, noted that since this is auto-generate, is not always perfect, and we want to go ahead and make those edits on Premiere Pro. So to do that, you want to download the caption file, which is this one. I'm going to call it .english srt. I'm going to open a folder for downloads, and this is the file that you will get. I'll right click on this and open with Notepad. You'll see the transcripts, and this is all time already synced, and this we'll need for Premiere Pro. And then there is a new software that I just came across that's kind of very useful to organize the captions, as in making the lines a little bit better. So as you can see here, it says my name is, and there is Andrea Andy Handy, but you can see that there's a gap. The reason is that when it auto generates the captions, it cuts off certain parts and it goes to the next line. And you can fix that, and the simple way would be to space and delete in order to move the line up. But we have a lot of these that are similar, so it'll take more work. It'll take more work to fix those. And so this software I just found out was it's called Subtitle Edit. So we're gonna right click on this file since I already had it installed, and gonna open it with Subtitle Edit. And as you can see, what's going on in this file, it has this, if you guys know coding a little bit, some coding language, HTML, like basic HTML, would be the BR, which is break line. So this little code that's in here, it's actually making the line being separate. So, and we could fix that thanks to this program. So as you can see, there's an option called unbreak. So we're going to do Control A, select the whole text. It might take a little while to select the whole thing. As you see now, it's all selected. And you can simply go and press unbreak. From there, all the lines are fixed. And go File, Save As, and then we're going to call this new file Cascade Captions. And there, that's completed. Now we have a new file, and if we open this, as we recently were looking at previously, now all the captions are in one straight line. So that's what really just an extra process, but it'll help if you'd like to have your captions in one straight line. and also will help with what the next process we're going to do next, and that is using Word. So we're just going to open a blank document, and from there we're going to go ahead and open this caption file one more time with our notepad. Control A to select all the text, and then in this document you can do Control V. As you see, all the captions were pasted in. And what I like to do, just to make sure the captions make sense, just for spellings and other things, I want to go to Review and Editor. And from here, it'll tell me some spelling and some grammar mistakes, and I'll be able to go in there and fix it. Since this is auto-generated, it's a service that, and you can delete, for example, there's always like extra words, so you could delete, extra words, because move the file over back. So now you could go ahead and delete those extra words, or also fix the grammar mistakes as well. So yeah, so once that's completed, you would just go ahead and Control A, copy this whole file, and that file you opened previously, the caption here, you can just go Control V and paste over it, and then from there we just save it, and you have our captions ready to go. And I'm not going to save this. Nope. Okay, so now the next process on this, we'll be talking about Premiere Pro and how to edit and export onto YouTube. So I'll leave it to you on this.
All right, so just how we showed you in our last tech tip, we want to drag in the footage as well as the SRT files. So I have both of them here. So we're gonna drag the footage in first. So just a simple drag and drop into this box here. And then we're gonna grab the SRT file and put it in the same area, same place. And then just, again, how we showed you last time, we're gonna grab the footage and put it into the timeline. And then do the same for the SRT and put it right above. And then just click OK. And so now you can see we have our captions here, and then actually the written out captions up here as well. And so what's cool in Premiere Pro is you can actually, if you're in the captions tab, you can go through, you can see if there need to be any edits made in the captions, and actually make the edits yourself if you see any mistakes. And it's really important to actually have your captions as accurate as possible. So if you do see any misspelled words or any grammar problems, you can just come in and edit or add a comma or period or whatever you need, really. And so down here in the timeline, you can actually edit the captions the same way that you can edit the video, how we showed you last time. So you can, if I zoom in here, you can click on a certain caption, and then you can kind of, if the timing isn't right, you can shorten the captions, make them longer. You can use the razor tool, like how we showed you last time, to cut it and make it shorter. And so there's a lot of tools for you to use to actually make the timing of your captions fit better, which is another thing you want to do in here, is make sure that the captions are in line with the audio, and make sure that they're not lagging behind me. You have to make sure that the captions are on time, basically. And so once you have all that ready and you feel like the captions are ready to go and they're timed up pretty accurately, then you can export it. So you're going to go to File, you're going to go to Export Media, or Control M. And then once again, make sure that you have the format in H.264, which is the same as MP4. So you want to make sure you have that selected, which I do here. And then in this Captions tab, it's set to burn captions into video. You'll want to have this option when you're uploading something to social media. So for example, Instagram doesn't allow to upload SRT files. So if you're uploading something to Instagram or pretty much any social media, you want to have this selected, just so that it's burned into the video. But for our example, we're going to show you how to upload it to YouTube, and YouTube does allow for SRT uploads. So we're going to create a sidecar file. And then we're going to click on this option, the subrip subtitle format. And so what this is going to do, it's going to create one file for the footage, and then one file for the captions. And so once we have that done, we can just click export, and then we just wait for it to export fully. And so another option you can do is if you just want to export captions and you don't want there to be a video, what you can do is you can go to these three ellipses here, and then you can click on the export to SRT file, and then you could just save it on your desktop or wherever you want, basically. So yeah, like I said, this is just if you just want the captions, if you don't want there to be a video, if you have your video separate and it's already ready and edited, you can you can just save the captions by themselves, just so it's easier that way. Okay, so now if you want to upload your video onto YouTube with the captions, I'm going to show you that process real quick. So you can do is you can click on this create button and then go to upload video. And then it's going to ask you to select the file. And so I'm going to select the file that I was just showing you in Premiere Pro, which is this one, the Zoom file. And we don't want to do anything with the SRT file yet. That's for later. So just for now, just the footage is fine. So we'll upload that. And you can title this whatever you want, basically. So I'll just put a tip of the month. And then if you like, you can add a description to it as well. It has options for you to upload a thumbnail. It takes a little bit for them to load, but just for the purpose of this video, I won't upload a thumbnail yet. It has an option. It basically asks if it's made for kids or not. For us, for our content, we always just make sure that we have this one selected, that it's not made for kids. And then, so yeah, once you have all these ready to go, you can just click on next. And so in this next screen, it gives you the option to add subtitles. And so from here, you can actually just add the captions. So if you click on add, you can go to upload file. And then you want to make sure you have with timing selected and then press continue. And so this is the SRT file that I showed you in Premiere Pro that we were using. And so we're going to choose that one. And then it has the captions uploaded, and you can see the timing is going to be the same as how you had it in Premiere Pro. So that's why it's important that in Premiere Pro you guys have the captions all correct and timed up perfectly. And so yeah, once we click on done, the captions are going to be in YouTube. And so we're gonna click next again, and again, and then here it's going to ask you how you want to list the video. So you can put it as private, unlisted, or public. For private, it's basically anyone who has access to the account, the YouTube account, will be able to see it. Unlisted, anyone with a video link can watch your video. So if you just want to send the video to specific people, you can just send in the link rather than uploading it to YouTube. And then public is just for, you're just uploading the video to YouTube and everyone can see it, basically. And so I'm just going to leave it as private for this one. And then we're going to save it. And then you can see here it says our video is uploading, and then that it's still uploading. So it's going to take a little bit for it to upload completely. And so I'm just going to close this video, or close this window actually. But as you can see here, the video is still uploading. So you can just close, if you close that window, it won't stop it from uploading. And you'll see here, we have 2 minutes left until the video uploads. And then once it's done uploading, then you'll see it in your content. And it should be like the first, it'll show up as the first one here, like the most recent one is where you'll see it. And so, yeah, that's how you upload your videos to YouTube, as well as inserting the captions into YouTube as well.